G'day guys and welcome back to the JFBS SuperCoach channel. And today what we're going to go through is the round 3 preview. How exciting, a new round about to await. Hopefully you guys are excited as I am. Basically what we're going to do today is, our last thoughts and feelings of who we're bringing into our team and who we're trading out. What are our trades looking like? Now, if you haven't checked out the midweek footy convo video, go check that out. I talk more in detail about a few things that we might touch on today in terms of injuries. Maybe we'll go in a bit further detail with injuries. Also with break-evens, that's a big thing that we did, and most traded ins and outs, and my opinion on that. I have a further opinion on the Houston idea, which we'll get to in a tick. Second tick. Can't decide between the two. Anyways, let's get straight into it. But before we do, I was given a question by Maxi, who commented on the video, the midweek convo video, about the SC projector. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, let's go to Andy Brayshaw. Or do we want to do someone else? Let's do Devin Robertson. This will be a better example. So for the first 2 weeks, he scored a 105 and a 95, averaging 100. His break-even, it's down to 131. He's expected to make 77.3, but that's a projected score of 42. Now, he scored a 105 and he scored 95. Is that going to be realistic that he scores 100? I don't think so. So what happens here? We could be a bit more realistic with this. Maybe he has a poor game to his standards. Maybe he scores a 70. He makes 87K. That's pretty good. Let's say he goes to his average of a 90 or 100. Maybe he just tons up against Port Adelaide. He makes 100K. So this SC projector, I think, is really good when it comes to rookies because the whole projection from the SuperCoach Plus is a really useless thing, in my opinion. When people go on about saying that, what's your projection for this week? Well, okay, mine's 1790, and that's okay because I think that it kind of gives you a good outline of how good your primos might do this weekend, but also gives you a bit of false sense of hope. Like Jagger Smith, are we really expecting him scoring a 49 against Melbourne? I don't think we are. So this is where SC Projector comes into play and really helps you kind of guide where you want to go. You can set it for a whole thing. So if he scores an 80, if he just keeps scoring 80s, we can see at about round 90 starts to slow up. Now, yes, he goes up around 2,000 each week, but do you really want to keep him until he's like 400K? Like he's just gone up 8 and 6K. That's probably when you want to get rid of him. And that can kind of help you plan your trades out. So where do you find it? You've got to have Google Chrome. And you've got to get it from the Chrome Web Store. And you've got to search it up as SC Projector like that. No space involved. Add it to your thing. And then it'll apply really well onto here. Sometimes it'll glitch and not show up. You just got to refresh the page. So wanted to mention that really quick. And I hope you guys get onto it too. I don't know the guy who's done this. Shout out to Hippo Supercoach because this is where I got it from. Offered by PT901. I really do not know who did this, but whoever did it, you're a lifesaver. You're a lifesaver and you're an absolute legend. I wish I could know who you are sometime soon and give you a massive shout out. Moving on to, let's just go with the final teams and thoughts. So we're going to do another shout out. We're going to shout out VS Molina, who commented in my last video as well. And he mentioned Lombard, and he also mentioned Sharp. He didn't mention one thing, which I found out about, and I'm kind of excited to tell you guys. But that's okay. So I'm at this moment trading Rosie, Lombard, and Petrarca. Obviously, everyone knows about Petrarca and everyone knows about Rosie. They're going to be out. My trade-ins are still the same from last night's video because Milan Murdoch is out. It says TBC. We'll get to in the injuries in a bit more detail, but I did see on Twitter that it could be around 6 to 8 weeks. Looking like 6, which isn't great, but when we're looking at rookies to fall back onto mid-year where it can kind of get a bit tough. Excuse me. Milan Murdoch will be perfect for them. So it's almost like, yes, we can go for most rookies that we like. But yeah, so these are going to be my trades for the week with Holmes, Watkins, and Cherry. I kind of mentioned this yesterday, and the reason why I'm going a bit heavy, and I found another reason too, which I really like. The reason why I'm going a bit heavy is because the teams that are on the buys are down here: Gold Coast, Hawthorn, Sydney, Western Bulldogs. So obviously, if we weren't trading for Truck, we probably won't be going to be bringing one of these guys in, but that's okay. Not many people have Hawthorn players. Sydney, if Goulden and Heaney didn't get so injured, we'd be seeing more people getting out of the list. But you've still got Grundy. People I'm sure that have got Heaney have still got him. Oh, who else am I trying to think about? Nick Blakey. He could be a pod that some people have as well. There's just a few guys from Sydney, and then obviously the Western Bulldogs who score a lot. Score a lot. So you've got your Marcus Bontempelli. I've obviously got Tim English here. Connor Butterick as well. A lot of people do have. Ed Richards. I'm trying to think of a dogs forward slash back. Like people have Sam Draper, Sam Darcy, or a Joel Frazier, or I don't think many people had Bailey Dale, but you kind of get what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of players in this round that are going to be out, and I think it will be really important for someone like me. And if you're in the same situation with me, where you've only got one primo like Tim English out for the bye, I think it's pretty important that we kind of bank on these guys getting us back, because I'll show you my rank again. It's at 67, not, it's basically 68. Right, like 68K. If I don't go up at least 20,000 spots because of these moves, I'll be a little bit disappointed, only because I've brought in Cherry. He's going up against Essendon. I mean, he's going to be a big captain option. I've brought in Holmes. I don't know what the traded ins are when it comes to him. 3.7. So actually not that many, but still 8,000 coaches are bringing him in, including myself. So we'll see how he goes. But yeah, that's going to be my team. Now, a big thing is Houston. I know a lot of people are going with him. We just recently got the news about Darcy Moore and Jeremy Howe. Now, this was yesterday, but we just got confirmed they'll be both back this week. I understand that Craig McRae was like, well, we want to have the ball in Dan Houston's hands, obviously. But where does that sit with Howe and Moore? Maybe just Howe go to forward line. That'd be pretty funny. But I hope you get what I'm trying to say, because I don't think he's going to be averaging that high amount of score. Now, it's kind of weird and a little bit contradictory, but if you're going with Houston or Ash, if you can't think of either of them, I think you go Houston, because he's had his bye. He's got one more to go. And Lockie Ash has two buys before Houston has his next one. So that's just my opinion if you want to go off that buy schedule. But yeah, Dan Houston, probably the better option, but I'm not going with him because I want to be more secure with my points here. Max Holmes, we just got the news that he doesn't come up here, but what's his face? Jordan Dawson is out. Josh Worrell is a test. Laird is out. This team is becoming a bit thin, Adelaide at the moment. Obviously, they're still a great side, but I'm tipping Geelong personally, because if we go to their injury list, probably not best 23, not 23. Dangerfield, yes, but he plays 50% of the game. Not best 23, not best 23, not best 23. Yeah, look, Warple might be back now. Oh, is he back? It'll say. He's on the emergency, so I reckon he'll play. If he's listed on the emergency, he'll play. And then Stengel, obviously, out with his personal reasons. But I forgot what I was trying to say. So that's why, Max Holmes. I think that's why I want to go with him, just to be absolutely sure that I want to go with him. Now, with the Cherry versus Jackson conversation. Now, I've got money to get both, obviously. I've got 7,400 with Cherry in my team. Um, the reason why I've gone with Cherry, obviously, because he's got a, like, we knew this, and it's stupid that, someone like me didn't go for him at first. We're now saying, oh, well, look at his schedule. It's really good. Well, yeah, no shit. We've been saying that all preseason. But yes, I'm going to be the obvious person in the room. He has a really nice schedule. So does Luke Jackson. But I don't think the game will be cancelled between Freo and Richmond. But I reckon it will have an effect on Freo players. I've only got two of them at the moment, and one Richmond and Grill, which doesn't really matter because it's best 18. I don't think he's going to score a best 18 score. But yeah, I think not bringing in Luke Jackson's probably the right decision because of the weather. Probably won't have as big as an impact as what we'd like against Richmond. Another reason I've gone with Cherry. Now, I know this is projected, but against Essendon, a 151 is not ridiculous. He goes up 36K. Carlton a 148. I don't think this is completely ridiculous. I'd probably have this at around, let's just go 125 to be safe. Brisbane, let's go 130. Richmond, I'm happy to go 160 for there. GWS, I'm pretty happy for where it is. And same with Geelong. What does he project? He doesn't get to 800K, which he says he does. Because 171 projected against Brisbane is pretty ridiculous. And it says he gets to 800K, which I haven't seen in ages. I don't think I've actually ever seen it since playing SuperCoach, like maybe 3-4 years ago, like competitively. So the reason why I want to get Cherry, obviously he doesn't have a bye, early season bye. We'll go back to his schedule, but he goes up against some tough. He goes up against Sydney, and then he goes up against McAndrew, Gold Coast, Wits, Freo, Jackson, West Coast, Richmond, Essendon, Port. That is such an easy four. Oh my god! Now that I'm thinking about it, I want to keep him. I mean, the round 12 bye isn't looking too pretty for most of us. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3. Not as much as I thought. 3 primos not there, but we could get him later, and that might sound stupid, but we could split him into 2 primos. He has 800K is a lot, and I feel like that's almost a privilege to have. We could get rid of Cherry, and I reckon 2 rookies that are around 200K. That's about 1.2. You get another rookie in, and you get 2 primos. You get another primo, and Cherry is a pretty decent one. It gives you an extra couple $100,000 to upgrade a guy like Tanner Bruin, who might be around 400K, to a uber primo, someone like a Max Holmes or a Zach Butters. Bond would be a really good one. And then lastly, with Sharp and Lombard. Sharp is a test, so that's very good news. Even if he misses this week, I'm pretty happy to keep him. He also, by round 6, he might get the DPP for forward, so a little bit of, what's the word? A little bit of flexibility is what I'll say, which will be really nice. And it leaves Butterick on the bench. And like I said, thank you, Belina, but you've actually kind of semi-saved me. I think I should probably lend my team to you. You seem to be making better decisions than I am. But yeah, that's going to be the team. Now, with this Sharp pick, because I don't think I'm putting the emergency on Carroll. They play Brisbane. Not great. Which means I am going to pay close attention. So it'll be just something like this. So if Sharp doesn't play, which, look, he almost, and this might sound a bit bad, but you almost wish that he does. He doesn't play. Just so you can have that loop option with Blamires and Watkins. If Blamires has a really good game against Essendon, if he scores this score or even a 70, I'll take it. And I'll take it over Watkins. Even if he scores an 80, 85, 90, I'm still happy about that. That's 11 points. And I think I can live off missing out by 11 points. If it costs me some rank, then bloody hell, I will be annoyed. But yeah, If not, straight swap to. Oh my god! Actually, I'm just realizing that's not smart because Essendon and North play each other. Oh god. Okay. Maybe we just got to bite the bullet on one of them. I think we do. Let's just go with Watkins, Blamires. I'll make a decision on it. Give me, give me a day. Let's keep Robertson there. I'll have Timmy English on field, and then the Aon McAndrew there. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. There's going to be a few guys I really want Bont. I don't know how or what I'm going to do for that. That Fonty, Blackiston, and Butterick. I know that might sound ridiculous. Could be something I think of, but I think that's all I really want to talk about. I mean, we can go through. Could we? Nah, that's all right. I've got notes that I schedule my video, or like when I put my videos out. I might do a quick Thursday night preview tomorrow morning and put that out there and see what I think. It might go for like 5 minutes, or just knowing me, I waffle on for quite a bit. So I hope you guys understand my reasoning of what I'm doing so far. Let's just get rid of some emergencies and just have a clean slate here. Um, yeah, so let me know what you think of my moves. Like I said, shout out to you, Belina, and shout out to you, Max, for reminding me of the SC projector and where to get it from. A very handy tool. Thanks again, Belina, because you might have saved a little bit of my round. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a good round. That was a bit of a weird segue. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think of my moves. My team on field, actually, shout out to you, Max, real quick. Blamires on field over Watkins. We'll see how we feel. But yeah, thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have a good one. Good luck for this week. Let me know your moves for the week. What are you doing? And I'm happy to respond to them or do something. I've got a pretty free day tomorrow. So yeah, like I said, thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have a good one. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.